What's up everyone, welcome to episode 21 of the CV show. My name is Richard Melbourne. Today we're going to be going over WonderCon recap and review last weekend. Got back last week, it's amazing. We're going to be going over the latest reveals and pre-orders in the world of collecting. We're going to be talking about Avengers, how many statues we're going to see, how many figures we're going to see, is it going to be the most figures and statues ever for a movie, and we're also going to be discussing, you're getting into statue collecting, you don't want to be spending ridiculous money, what are the best companies you can be getting the lines from, the sort of statues from, all that coming up next. Sup guys, Mr. Gunderson, how are you doing? Two of us here today, everybody else seems to have bailed. I think they're eating chocolate maybe, or, although Jason and Adrian in Hollywood, so chocolate might be something very different to the other people are eating. How you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm doing great, man. Happy Easter out there to everybody in Collectiveverse, and I'm doing great. To our boys out on Rodeo Drive, what's up?
Yeah, we've got pretty woman and not so pretty woman out there at the minute, so that'll be interesting. I just want to say a quick shout out to Scott in the chat, Gabriel in the chat, Aaron in the chat, and someone called Ian Dempster in the chat. Weird name, but you're alright?
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. Some weird man, probably. So like I said prior, we've got 4 things to talk about today. We've got 2 people on because there's a lot to get over, so we wanted to have a bit of a conversation. When we get to the WonderCon stuff, I'm going to talk about it from being there, and Thor's going to talk about it from actually watching the coverage and how he sort of interpreted how we got on at the actual con. Before we get started into the topics, there's a couple of things I want to cover. Firstly, I don't know if anyone knows this, but Aurora, who works for Pop Culture Shock, was in a car accident this week, coming back from LA to their head office. She's all right. She's all right. She's in stable condition, but we just want to make sure she gets well soon, get a speedy recovery. And do you know what? She was one of the nicest people I met at WonderCon. I'm not even kidding. She talked to us for so long. She was so nice. I mean, she tried to get me to buy the Dread 4th scale statue. Every time I talked to her, she was like, "Come on, just take him home. I'll give you a discount." But yeah, she was a lovely girl, and she said, and I hope she gets really better soon. And shout out to everybody at PCS. Hope everyone's getting on. So yeah, I mean, for that's a bit of bad news start the end of the week, but it's good that she's all right at the minute. So hopefully she'll pull through, and it'll be everyone over there will be happy again and a family again. So that's
yeah, we all pulling for you here at the Collectiveverse, and I'm sure all our viewers are too. So please, our prayers go out to you.
And the second thing is, this was something that came out of the blue for us, really, but it's a nice thing. First for Figures are doing a giveaway. And I know First for Figures and giveaways usually us, so apologise for that, it's not us this time. And First for Figures doing a giveaway, and it's not a First for Figures statue, they're doing something very unique. They're giving away one of their Golden Collector Awards. Now, they basically, their reasoning is that the fans are the ones that helped them get the awards, and they wanted to give one away. I think it's the one that they won for Best Group, to the people, someone in their group or to a fan. So they are currently giving one away. You can see it here. We've got their 3 awards next to the Artorias statue that won for Best Sculpt. All you have to do is join the First Figures Official Collectors Club in their Facebook group. Just search First Figures Official Collectors Club in Facebook, you'll find it. Like, comment and share the Facebook post that they've done for it, and fill out the required fields on this actual site, which the link will go from that Facebook post. So I mean, this will be the only one in circulation that did not go to a winner. So if you want to get your hands on the first ever Golden Collector Award, next year's awards will be a bit different. I think they'll still be coin form, but they will be very different. So if you want to get your hands on one of these, then go over there and share the post, fill in the fields, and yeah. What do you think to this giving away an award? I mean, to be fair, the fans seem to be loving it, so I think it's a good idea.
I mean, that's a great idea. That's a fun group, man. I'm in that group, and I'm telling you, they go a million miles a minute. Every week they got chats and giveaways and input on the statues. So it doesn't surprise me that First for Figures would volunteer to give away their award they won for Best Group. So kudos out to them, man. I hope somebody gets it and really appreciates it.
My DC's in the house. Stephen Horton, welcome. Dave Cassie's in the house. Happy Easter, Scott, by the way. Scott Chrissett says Happy Easter. Chrissett, sorry. Apologies, Scott. So yeah, well, let's get into the first the first, well, topic, but this is a new thing we're doing at the start of every CV show. We're just going to go over stuff on the CV website that's gone up, new pre-orders and stuff like that, new news, and quickly go over them and get a feel of what the people in the chat are sort of feeling for these pieces. So we're going to start out. We've got the Thanos 1/10. This is a 1/10 statue by Iron Studios. I mean, Thor, how are you feeling about this piece? I mean, this, if you look at it here, this looks incredible.
I really like it. Not for me exactly, because I'm not into like movie depictions of the character, except for Save for One, you know. But this is very nice. You know, if I were to collect them, I mean, for 1/10, this is 1/10, correct?
Yeah, this is 1/10. Yeah,
that's a big statue for 1/10, man. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I mean, they said that there's 24 pieces coming out for this Avengers line.
Yeah, usually 1/10 scale pieces, you don't get a base like that. You know, like you know, other companies, like, you know, 1/10 you might just get like a magnetic base or something. I mean, which is fine, but they've gone, obviously, they've gone on beyond that. You know, but this looks great. He's got the gauntlet on, and
well, if you get his disciples with him as well, if they released all 4 of them, then that would be a great diorama.
Oh, so they're doing the Black Order as well.
They're doing 24 statues, so I can probably admit the Black Order would probably be in there. So if you get them flanking him, it would be incredible.
That'd be a sick looking shelf with him and all the Black Order, because you know these you could fit on like a bookshelf.
I think I might be the CV 1/10 guy now, because I seem to have picked up like 6 pieces in the last month and a half.
Really?
Yeah, I got 3 of the Black Panther ones. I got Black Panther, I got Killmonger, and I got one is got a girlfriend in the movie. I'm trying to think what her name is.
Okoye?
Yeah. I picked her up. I picked up the Thor Ragnarok Hulk and Thor Ragnarok Thor, and the Hela as well. So that's 6.
All these Iron Studios pieces?
Yeah, 1/10. Yeah, I picked up all the 1/10s. God, do you know,
that's gonna look good together, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it in a bit with the best companies, but do you know what? This one's $150.
Really?
Yeah, this is $150 for this one, and but usually they're at $100, $99, $75. So it's like, and they're all polystone as well. They're not PVC.
I know they came out with a Punisher not too long ago, and you know who was thinking about getting that, but he decided not to, due to his 1/10. But yeah, they do good.
24 statues though, so if you work it out, average they're going to be $100 each. Talking $2,500 for 24 statues.
Wow.
So that's pretty crazy. We had a new Alex Ross piece go up, which is the Alex Ross Batman lithograph. Now, I will admit, before I went to WonderCon or saw Choice Fine Arts weekend, I wasn't a big Alex Ross fan. Completely changed around. But the pieces that seem to be going up on Sideshow are not the pieces that I like. I like the sort of the group shots and stuff, the ones that were at WonderCon. I love those pieces. Jerry Macaluso actually picked up 2 pieces of Choice Fine Arts work at WonderCon. Still waiting on the commission for that, by the way, Charles. He picked up,
waiting, bro.
Yeah, he picked up an XM, not an XM, an X-Men, sorry. And he picked up the Sinister Six one. You know, the one where they're all around.
Oh yeah, when Spider-Man's on the wall.
Yeah, he picked that one up.
Yeah,
as well,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So there's a new Alex Ross print going up on Sideshow. It's going to be up for available framed on Friday the 6th of April. And it's going to, if there's any left, it's going to go up on Monday the 9th of April in framed. So that's a new lithograph. Prime One released their new piece, which is the Selena Kyle. This is the 1/3 from The Dark Knight Rises. What do you think to this? The EX is the goggles that come down.
I like it. Just like, again, the thing is, you know, I don't really collect movie comic book character pieces, but I mean, the likeness is incredible. But I just wish, the thing with them, I just wish they were like 1/4 scale so I could get them, because most of their statues, man, I mean, are incredible. But you know, 1/3 scale, unfortunately, too big for my collection.
Well, it's down to licensing. And again, this is the only license that they can probably get at the minute, because Sideshow kind of ties up the 1/4.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I did.
So I mean, we'll find out a lot more about that in May. So I'll hopefully have a bit more information about licensing and how it all works then.
But this looks great. Looks great though.
I mean, she looks hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big bloody hell, what's her name?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, that's it. I would say bloody Furman then. I don't know why. So Anne Hathaway fan, but yeah, she looks pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so this has gone up. This is $949 for the regular or $999 for exclusive. It's a 500 edition size and exclusive. I don't know if it's sold out yet. It's estimated to arrive in May to July 2019. It's 80 centimeters tall, and like I said, with the exclusive, you get the one alternative portrait with the goggles down. And so yeah, I think it looks nice. I think it's a nice piece. I think if you get in the Bane or you got the Batman, it'll look really cool together. We had a Death Trooper life-size figure. Go up for pre-order. Now, I like the Death Troopers. I think that they were a great addition to Rogue One. I think that they should have them in more. I think that the fact that they just disappeared after Rogue One was a bit weird. But I think, yeah. What do you think, Foy? Are these Death Troopers? Do you feel like they deserve a place in Star Wars history?
Oh, of course. I mean, they're on Rebels as well. And obviously, you know, we don't see them in the regular, original trilogy. But this is, you know, if I could afford life-size pieces like these, you know, of course I get Darth Vader first, but yeah, I would love to have one of these. I like the look of this. You know, I love the traditional Stormtrooper, but I would definitely get this way before I'd get a
I mean, you're kind of paying for the costume because it's fiberglass. Obviously, it has to be because if you made it out of polystone, it would be a nightmare to ship.
Right.
So it's fiberglass, but you're paying for the base, you're paying for the costume, you're paying. I mean, that's it next to the Stormtrooper.
Right.
The fact that they can shoot actually sways it for me. The fact that they can actually shoot, it's like, so yeah. I think it's a great piece. I don't know if many are going to pick it up. I would love to know if Sideshow actually sell a lot of these.
I would love to see how it arrives. You know what I mean? Because I know I saw the Vader comes in like 4 or 5 boxes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would love to see how many. And no, I saw a video on the life-size Han Solo and Carbonite. I mean, this thing literally they had to get like one of those dock loaders to get into somebody's house. So yeah. I'd love to see how this shows up.
Well, if you've got it, it's $8,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's expected to ship August to October 2018. So yeah, if you can pick it up and give us an unboxing, that'd be amazing. Now, something a bit controversial, although I want to explain why it's probably not controversial. We've had another life-size figure from Hot Toys of Baby Groot. Okay. People are saying, well, we've already had one, this is money grabbing. This is probably stock that they had left over. And right. Because the original Baby Groot was a lot more expensive than this one is. This is $143 or something. Sorry, is that pounds or dollars? I think. Let's have a look. I'll tell you in a minute. I think I put the pound instead of the dollar. I need to sort that. But yeah, this is a lot cheaper than the other one because the other one had the other hands. It had the kit that came with it. You know, the Ravager suit and stuff like that.
Right.
This is basically just the Groot with some cardboard speakers. So I'm guessing what they had was some stock left over, and they were like, okay, how can we get rid of this life-size Baby Groot? So we're like, okay, we'll make it a bit cheaper. We'll get rid of all the accessory stuff and just give him some cardboard speakers. That'll be fine. So I'm guessing that's what's happened. So it's not like they're trying to double dip. It's the same figure. They just took a lot of stuff off and giving it at a cheaper price. So I mean, does that make you feel a bit better about it than rather than?
I mean, you know, they putting this on the for sale table. You know, they throw a few. I mean, Groot's a popular character, you know, due to the movies and everything. So, you know, you notice a trend. You know, the Iron Mans, the Batmans, all the real popular characters. You know, they make multiple pieces of them. So, I'm not surprised. You know, but again, not for me. But you know, I think it'll sell. You know, because it's Groot. So.
By the way, if you flick through this, ironically, this is how Jason looked dancing in the cosplay outfit.
I hope you got some video of that. Oh, you can pause. He can sit on the speakers and everything. I didn't know.
Yeah. So he gets some speakers with it. So I think that's pretty cool. We had a new art print for Walking Dead fans. This is the Drifter, obviously of Daryl. Walking Dead seems to be dying a bit. I know that there's a lot of fans of it though. It is signed, so this is a nice print if you're into The Walking Dead. And Daryl's quite a popular character. So
yeah, when I used to watch The Walking Dead, he was my favorite character. I think I dropped out long before everybody else started dropping out. But this is a nice piece here. I believe Charles Carosa said he knew the artist that did this.
Brian Rude, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I definitely dig it. If I were into Walking Dead like that, I believe I'd pick this up because again, this was my favorite character. So
the Aussie with the cozzy is in Jason Bond. I'm sure that he's took a bit of a break from Rodeo Drive to join us. Hello, Mr. Bond. How you doing?
Yeah,
So
because you came out of Gucci for a second to see us, huh, Mr. Bond?
yeah, he's finished getting his manicure on, on Rodeo to join us. He's in Mel's Diner in Hollywood. So Mel, I hope your diner's pretty good because the diners they took me to were disgusting. So honestly, right, IHOP's great, but the one we went to was not great. So I ate. To be honest, we'll get into it in a minute. But America, you love your food. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, wait till we go to New York. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh god. Bow bow. Right, we had a T800 endoskeleton life-size bust by Pure Arts. Now, this was covered on the Rad Titan chat the other day. I really like this for some reason.
I do too, actually. Yeah.
I think the fact that you can go on the wall, I was like, wow, that's like craziness. I like that we can go on the wall, but I really like this. I think that, like Alex said, I think it was Alex or Gio on the chat. It's more of a you found this lane in as a trophy lane in the scrap or something. It's not really a bust. Right. It's more of a mask. So I think this reminds me of the Joker that was just done by Sideshow. So
it's similar, but this I definitely like this way more than the Joker.
Yeah.
Like you said, is as if it's been blown off, and you find it on the battlefield or whatever. I'm not a big fan of busts, but this is a nice one here. Like the light up feature makes it cool, and I always like how with the Terminator pieces when they turn them off, how in the movie the lights kind of fade very slowly in the eyes. So hopefully it has that feature on there as well.
The second German is in right now, which is Adrian Ford. So hello, Adrian, calling me the Salt Master. Now, if anyone hears them calling me salty, it's because I was pretty much ordering around like a Nazi general on Friday, saying do this, do that, get it done, and stuff like that. So they were saying, "Stop being salty, Richard." And I'm like, "I'm not being salty, just get it done." And like literally,
Guten Tag.
Yeah. Maybe the gun to the head was a bit too much, but do you know what? You're in America. So and then we had something that Force probably would be interested in if he was into figures, which is the Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they're killing him.
He's even got the freckles and the spots of Ewan McGregor, which is insane, like on the head and stuff. Quite a few accessories come with this, which is really nice. Got the baby Luke, which is an interesting accessory. The hologram, which looks very interesting.
Yeah,
it looks like
that's what got me was the hologram.
It looks like early 3D rendering, where they couldn't get smooth surfaces and it's all layers. That's what it looks like. It looks like an early 3D.
Yeah, it is. Have you ever seen the one that R2 comes with from A New Hope when he does the layer hologram? Yeah, that's 3D. It's like, see.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the Luke baby looks great.
Wow.
Yeah, Luke baby looks great.
Oh man.
So
if they could transfer this kind of stuff to statue form, it'd be a
sell out.
Happy.
It'd sell out. If they could get Ewan McGregor's likeness like this in
statue
form,
God,
it would sell out. There is a picture on here that makes me wonder: are we getting a Count Dooku? There.
Huh.
There's a Count Dooku figure right there. Is he the next in the line? Is that a little nod to Count Dooku's coming, so you can set these up against each other? So
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering, have they already done a Count Dooku? But I don't think they have. So this could be the next in the line, Count Dooku. So watch this space. Adrian's put exciting it is. See, he can't even speak. He's that smashed. Like, it's typical Aussie. Honestly, typical Aussie. So if you listen, I could keep up with them because I've been to Australia, but those guys can drink. I can tell you that. So yeah, so these look great together. I think if you're getting the Anakin, then you need to be getting the Obi-Wan as well, because I would have them facing off against each other with like a fiery background or something. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Right.
So yeah, so that's going up. That's $274. It's expected to ship April to June 2019. But yeah, if you got the money, pick that up. We had
Paradox after that.
I think this was the big statue reveal of the week, which was the Batman Premium format. Ian's actually seen this in person, and he's told me that it is quite nice. The thing about what I don't get is Batman's always been agile. He's always an agile character. He jumps around a lot and stuff like that. Try jumping around with those legs. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like, Jesus, skip a leg day or something. Like, what kind of protein shake is he taking? I mean, if he got doping checked for like the NFL or something, he would probably fail. I mean, I like it. I think it's nice. It looks like another older Batman. I don't know why there's so many older Batmans coming out. I don't know why we can't get a younger Batman. But if you look at his face, this does look like an older Batman, which would say again why the legs, because obviously when Batman got older, he substituted agility for strength. When he couldn't move as quick as he could, he started building up to get stronger to sort of equal it out a bit. So I get it, but what do you think for to this? Like, it's got a posable cape, and
I like this better than the original PF. I was never a fan of that piece.
Is that because of the camp leg?
The one where he's standing on the gargoyle or whatever. But
yeah.
This one, I think the complaint this week people were having was looked like he has chaps on or something. But I mean, that's what I heard. But I mean, again, I don't think I would get it, but I like this a whole lot. I mean, I do want a Batman piece, but this ain't it. But I mean, it's okay, but it's a lot better than the PF in my opinion. The original one.
Jesse says Bane PF is jelly on them Batman Thunder thighs. Gabriel says, unpopular opinion, but this is my favorite Batman in a long time. But that's probably my thing. So yeah, it's a nice Batman. Jason says it's more like the Rebirth Batman, and Adrian says agreed. So Adrian obviously is not the words of the family.
I was about to say, is Adrian being the resident Batman fan of the club? Adrian, if you could will you be picking this up, sir? Just curious.
I think Jason might pick it up. He seems to pick up everything DC. So
right.
I like the boots. I like the mud on it. I'm not a fan, Jeff, as well. The exclusive, I think the exclusive looks weird. But yeah,
it kind of, now that you got the close-up, it's kind of have coming that Arkham video game kind of element, like the boots and the gauntlets kind of remind you of that. Not the suit per se.
I mean, I'm getting a bit fed up of the graveyard bases, like the gargoyles and the. You know what I mean, the tombstones and stuff like that. It's kind of been overdone now. Why can't we get like the front of a Batmobile or something, just him stood on that, or you know what I mean, or just to be fair, I'd rather have him stood on top of a Starbucks at the minute than anything else. Like, it's just it's like this is what it looks like with the Harley Quinn and the Joker. This is what it looks like with the future Mrs. Melbourne on the right, and then we've got Superman on. I'm actually going to pick up that Wonder Woman just because I cannot resist it. I'm going to get rid of my missus. I'm going to elbow her. That'll save me a good grand a year. And then I'm gonna get the Wonder Woman and marry that, and I'm gonna get the Superman as well, I think.
Well, I know Rodney pre-ordered her, so I know we'll be unboxing that sometime in the future. So
the problem
that should be entertaining.
Well, the thing is, I've got loads of wands left from America. So what I can do is put her up on a pedestal, and then just chuck wands at her like that, and just put.
Remember, we can use PayPal now. This is the 21st century.
Oh God! If you could listen, if you could Apple Pay at a strippers, that is literally the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I wouldn't put it past them by any means necessary. Trust me.
But they look good together. I think the other two sort of outshine it.
Yeah, they do.
It's $600. It comes out between January 2019 and March 2019. Limited edition's not been announced yet, so as Omar would say, don't buy until they announce. So, while I was away in WonderCon, this came up for pre-order, which is a T800 endoskeleton by Prime One. This is incredible if you're into Terminator. If you're into Terminator, you have to pick this up. Seriously, because it's just like insane. The detail on the face and that is crazy. I hope it's not real metal because your shipping costs will be about $500.
Yeah.
So, do you like Terminator? What are you into Terminator?
I do. I like this. One thing I think is missing, it needs a gun. If it had a gun, I think it'd be perfect. You know what I mean? But again, this is 1/3, so I'm quite sure this is gonna be huge. But I like it. I like. The thing is, they gotta get away from the T800. You know what I mean? We need some Sarah Connors, and we need some. Even a Kyle Reese would be nice. And we haven't seen a T1000. We've got a couple of T1000 busts, and I think there's one of him going like this or something like that. But I think we need more of that type of situation. But
I want a Bill Paxton.
This is great then.
I want a Bill Paxton Fug from the first one, just because I love Bill Paxton.
Oh yeah.
Just give me a Bill Paxton Fug. That'll sell out easy.
Yeah, he was in there like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And they canceled his contract.
I think Bill Paxton's in like every film. I'm not even kidding. You'll probably find him in loads of films. So
it's Cameron, man. Aliens, all of them.
Yeah, this is $2,000, so it's not cheap.
Wow.
It's August to October 2019 release. It is actually 1 meter and 4 centimeters.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. Man.
It's the same size as a half scale, like a
nice.
normal half scale. So So
That
yeah,
is huge.
if you have the money for that, then if you're in a Terminator fan, then it's a must piece. And you know, Prime will not skim from the details. Two more. We've got the Miles Morales premium format. We didn't get a chance to look at this before we left. Not my favourite interpretation of Spider-Man. I will agree. Will have to say I'm not sure on the base. It looks like the creature from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at the beginning. It doesn't quite go with the Spider-Man, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't quite go with that Spider-Man for some reason, but it's a nice piece. It is quite nice. I mean, Thor, you're not a big Marvel guy, but do you reckon Rodney might be picking this up?
I won't be picking it up. I do like the Spider-Man figure. The actual Spider-Man figure looks great in my opinion. Like you said, the base is looks kind of a little shop of horrors for me. But I like the look of the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I mean, the clean paint job looks like it, and he's a little thin, but I don't think he's that thin in the books. I remember him from Spider-Verse, but I like the actual figure. We get a different base, I'd probably be happy. And not a lot of people are complaining that this is kind of like the same pose as the Venom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the one hand on the base and
that pose seems to have been done a lot.
Right.
I'm not sure. I hope they can get it right, but the actual painting of the webs is going to be tricky for a factory to do. I understand when Casey Loverweb's doing it, but when you get a factory doing it, you're going to start seeing some uneven lines and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure that the black. I mean, you can see the line here between the head and the shoulders. You see it just above the thing. You see that's quite a big line. Hopefully, because the suit ends there, you might get away with it. But just because it's black and red, I don't think it translates as well into statue as the normal Spider-Man suit. For some reason, it just seems to be a bit weird to me. But it's fine if you're into this sort of thing. And you've got the Spider-Man line. It's $535. February to April 2019 it comes out. Again, edition size hasn't been announced yet. So if you're one of those people, don't buy until they announce it. You're okay at the minute. The exclusive will be fine. And finally, we had an Alien Queen art print go for pre-order. This is $250. There's 250 edition size, estimated May to June 2018. There seems to be a lot of Alien stuff coming out. I saw a few things at WonderCon, a lot of Alien and Predator stuff. So, I mean, obviously, if you've got the Alien Queen, it goes really nice with it. So, what do you think for this?
I like it. That's a great depiction. I mean, this is obviously the scene when Ripley burns all the eggs in the hive. And the queen starts to go, ape doo-doo, because she's burning up all her baby embryos. So yeah, that's great. If I were a hardcore Alien fan, I'd definitely pick that up. It
is nice. Yeah, I'm not usually a big art print guy. I mean, I'm getting into art a bit more thanks to Choice and Charles. Charles is still trying to get me to buy a piece. Every time I see him, he's like, "Let me show you a few things." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, there we go." I'm like that hiding my bank card in my sock like you do when you go to thing like that. Like, don't buy anything.
Yeah, he'll send you messages middle of the night, man. Just pictures. Hey, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? That's our man, though. Love you, Charles.
Listen, do you know what? We went out for on I think it was Thursday or Friday night. We went to a rooftop bar for cocktails and mini burgers and stuff. It was awesome because it was overlooking the Disney park as well, so we got to see all the fireworks and stuff. And him and Perry, two of the nicest guys. Honestly, we had a blast. It was great. We were all out. We were having drinks. We were chatting. We were talking art. We were talking collectibles. It was great. To be honest, one of the best nights that we had there. Apart from one night on the Saturday, which I'll get into in a minute because we're going to talk. Right now, we're going to talk all things WonderCon, people. We're going to talk about our booth. We're going to talk about what we saw there. We're going to go over some of the videos we took. We're going to talk about the whole event. First, I want to talk about it, like I said, from where I got there on, I got there on the Monday or Tuesday, and we started setting up on the Thursday. I mean, there was a lot of coverage. We covered it pretty well, so, I mean...
I watched it all. I really loved the interview with when they, did the reveal on Shao Kahn for Jerry Macaluso, and when Jason was great. Host or interviewing PJ, ace cameraman. We're gonna need you in New York, PJ. Me and Rodney go around hits from the street style around the con. So, but I mean, the one thing that Jerry said that made me sit up straight in my chair that he was trying to get the Gatchaman or Battle of the Planets. You might be too a little young for that. I don't know if you remember that.
He loves it. Honestly,
man, if he gets that, that'd be the first line I have every piece in, because that was the first anime I ever saw as a little kid.
Well, he says if PCS can't get it, he's going to do it privately and just do his own and stuff, and just for himself really, and just to see what he can.
No. I need some. I need some, man. If you out there, I need some.
Anyway, let's get into the booth photos, and we'll get to the PCS stuff and that after that. So, WonderCon. This was the official program. It was Superman's birthday. Jason got him a card. He got him a cake. I don't know what else he got him, but he got him quite a lot. It was Superman's birthday. We started setting. This is what they looked like at the height when there was Thor. Down to the bottom, that was the Psylocke that was at the cosplay party on the stage, by the way. I'll just let you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty packed. This is a Saturday, I think it was. It was a really nice... It was funny enough, it was raining Thursday and Wednesday or something when I first got there. I was like, I brought it with me, thanks. But it picked up. It was a big push for DC. There wasn't much Marvel presence there. DC was quite big. There was Krypton. They were pushing a lot, which is a new DC show.
Oh yeah, my barber was telling me about it. Yeah.
You have a barber?
Yeah, I do. She's a big Harley Quinn fan. She watches like every.
You have a she barber. Nice,
I do.
I like it. This is where you walk in. You go up there and they have these little pass scanners. So my pass is actually here still. So. And you basically walked up and you scanned that, and then you had to scan it when you went out as well. The security was pretty beef. Sorry. This was inside. It got pretty. The Friday was all right. It was not too busy. Saturday was manic. It was packed. We had lines coming out of the booth, like literally people lining up to go in and come out. It was crazy. Sunday was a bit more chilled, but not as chilled as the Friday. I think because a lot of people work, they weren't coming on the Friday.
Right.
These are the flyers that we were handing out to promote the Collectiverse, and on the back was the giveaway for Court of the Dead. So. This is the morning of I think it was set up on the Thursday. This is outside the Hilton Hotel where we were staying. Which, by the way, if you're gonna buy breakfast for everyone, don't. $150 or something for everybody for breakfast. I was like, oh, I'll buy everyone breakfast. I'll be nice. I've been quite horrible to everyone. You know, I weren't that horrible.
You wanted to worry about that in New York because your boy get half off all meals.
Yeah, we bought a round of drinks as well. I think it was Thursday night, and it was like $50 for 4 drinks. It was like, Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is outside the Hilton. This is some of the statues, some of the T-shirts and stuff. We were just waiting for I think it was PJ to get ready. He was doing his makeup and stuff like that. So waiting for him to come down for the hotel.
You know them Mandalorians got to look pretty for everybody.
Well, so. we were kind of lucky because we stayed in the Sheraton half the time, but the time when we were actually at the con, we were at the Hilton. So the Hilton is literally there, and the Anaheim Convention Center is next to it. It's the next building, so we were pretty close, so we could see like everything. This is us when we got inside. We just unpacked all the boxes. We had so many boxes. We had to put a pallet and put it outside, and then we had to get hire a truck to get it. When we took it there, we took like 4 car trips or something. So yeah, and it was like 50 minutes per car trip. So it was
wow.
Yeah. So in the end, on the way back, we were like, we've got 4 hours to get out of this place before they start charging us. So we were like, okay, yeah, they charge you if you don't get out by a certain time. They charge you more. So we were like, okay, we'll just get a truck and we'll just get it all in. So and getting stuff back in the boxes. This is how the booth looked when we first got there. So obviously we just put up the banner. The banner was amazing, by the way. We got it done by Speedy Designs or something in the US. It was one of those tension banners. It was really great. It had the QR code on and it had the logo on and stuff. But we had a small booth. Next year, if you see this booth on the right with the 2 tables, I think that's what we're going to go for next year. We're going to go big or go home because there'll be more people there. Thor's coming out next year, hopefully. He's not going to miss another one. So I'm
going to do my best. I sure will.
Thor's coming out next year. Hopefully Rodney will come out next year. Johnny's coming out next year. So the partners and stuff coming out next year. It's going to be even bigger. So hopefully we'll get one of the double booths. But do you know what? It was his first year. We were like, we didn't know how big the booths were going to be. We didn't even know what the booth looked like till we got there. We had to actually go out and buy some more black fabric because we thought we only had 2 sides. So when we got there, we were like, okay, so we had to do a Target run because we were like, we have enough stuff. Yeah.
But it looked great. The booth looked great.
Oh yeah, yeah, it took a lot of work to get it to that place, but yeah, it looked great in the end. We had to improvise with a few things. like the stickers that we got for Sideshow didn't stick to the fabric, so we had to go out and improvise and get some card, and then we stuck it to the card, and then we got some of those Velcro things that stick poster frames up, and we stuck that to it. And this is the guys putting together a couple of statues. We just started unpacking the first ones. You can see there in the top right corner, there's the stars background from what I've got behind me right now. We put that up temporarily because we had to go buy some more black fabric. So this is Jason figuring out what he's actually doing in life. This is the booth once it's kind of done. We had the logo backdrop that was behind the TV. We didn't actually get until Saturday because it was at Ian's. So, but this is kind of done. This is all statues. We had a bit of a Star Wars display going on the left. Do you know the Rey? The Rey was probably my surprise of the con, like from our booth, because Rey looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. The pictures of the face don't do it justice. Daisy Ridley has really good skin already. She's got a great complexion. So I was quite surprised. The actual tailoring on this is incredible. The Kylo Ren and the Rey together really work well. This is the whole booth before we put up the extra logo behind it. We had the Court of the Dead in the background, in the bottom corner, which was the giveaway. We had the Stormtrooper Hot Toys around the TV. Then we had the Star Wars section over here on the left, and we had the sort of comic book section over on the right. Yeah, it was a small booth. It was 3 meters by 3 meters, which is 10 feet by 10 feet. And people that basically came in on the Star Wars side and went round and came back out on the comic book side. So, but it was these are the Sideshow logos that we had put up basically because we were there for Collectiverse, but we were also there for Sideshow. Sideshow Collectibles were very kind to send us all the pieces to help promote their brand, but more to help people get into statue collecting in general. To introduce people who've never seen statues in person, because if you go to San Diego Comic Con and you go to the Sideshow booth, a lot of it's behind glass, even some of it's behind glass and then a curtain, like a cordoned off area, because here they got to actually get up and they got to touch it and they got to look at it from a close up and get pictures, and that was the whole point, to show people the art, to show people what these statues are like, why you spend that sort of money. So that was the whole premise behind the whole collaboration. And they were amazing for the entire weekend. We'll show you some pictures in a minute, but they had like 5 people come down. They were really great. We had the on the right 4, right. These sold like these got given out like hotcakes, and I was well against this. Jason brought some koala business card holders.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah.
And you know what? I will admit, I was like, why the hell were we using koalas? Seriously? And he was like, nah, mate, they'll go. I was like, okay. And literally, they flew off. They flew off nearly as quick as the Court of the Dead pins. We were like, geez, like, some people love koalas around here. So, yeah, Carnage was a bit unfair putting him next to the Hulk versus Wolverine. Still one of the best sculpts I've seen on the Hulk. It's a really incredible... That got one of the most attention for the whole weekend, the Hulk versus Wolverine. So, Carnage got quite a bit of attention, actually. The only problem with Carnage is that when you start to pick him up, you realise how light he is. I don't like the pose still, but I think it's still a nice piece. Now the Alien versus the Predator bust. This is the one that had all the drama. It's PVC and stuff like that. If you touch it, you know it's PVC. But to look at it in person, it doesn't look bad. I'm not gonna lie. I busted this piece when it first came on and I was on the TV show and I said, yeah, it's ridiculous and stuff. I've seen it in person, it's not that bad. If you get one that's not defected, so there's no scratches or bits missing or chips or anything like that, then it's great. Obviously, if you get that, then you send it back and get a new one. But it was really nice. Actually, it wasn't the best I've seen, but it wasn't as bad as it's been made out in the industry, in the community. So the Alien went down really well as well next to the Intermessos Raptors. I've said that many times now I can pronounce it. I had to give a shout out in the pictures on this one. We had the Sif Happens.
I saved this picture.
We had the Sif Happens logo intro going in front of the Stormtroopers. The Hot Toys got quite a big reception actually. Jason's lighting up the chat now, so Jason's actually... I think Jason's the only one in the chat now. Jason's got a lot more footage, 4K footage to do. Obviously, he's still out in LA at the minute. He don't want to go back. Do you know what? I have had a really bad depression this week because last week was such a blast with the guys. Like it was like being around your brothers every day and having a laugh. And every night we'd do the con all day. We'd be absolutely shattered. But do you know what? We'd go back to the Sheraton or something, get around that fire, have some beers, and it just be like get some food. It'd be amazing. So this week's been so dull. Like back to screaming kids and bills and moving and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Back to real life, my friend.
oh, honestly, it's been crazy because like it was just such a blast. I'm not even kidding. Like the first night we got there, I'll say the first night we got there, Chris picked me and PJ up from the airport. Jason and Adrian were there a day before. They were already at Ian. We went back to Chris's and Ian's like, we're coming, we're going to a bar. So we all got out of Chris's, went to this, you got like an underground parking garage. We went downstairs, there was me, PJ and Chris and those guys, and we all both turned this corner at the same time, went, way! I didn't know who to hug first. I was like, who do I go to first? Obviously I went to my wife, Ian, I went to my work wife, so I was like, yeah, how you man? And I'm like, Jason, then there's all, it's awesome. Like, we went to this bar. And honestly, we went to this bar and there were these girls and everything, and like they were proper skanks. I'm not gonna lie. For actually, I was like, this is so bad. And I was like, is this what an American bar's like? I was like, nice. I was like,
Yeah, come on, yeah.
It was a great night. It was one of the best nights after the first night. So this is the piece that we're giving away. This is for the con people that signed up for the subscribers. We hit 1,000 subscribers, by the way, because of the con. Really happy about that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. This was a Star Wars display altogether. You've got the Boba went down really well. The Maul went down really well. The Stormtrooper, the Sandtrooper went really down quite well actually. So that's quite a nice piece. This is the guys. Obviously, just Ian's taking a knee for some reason. Football shot. So that's the booth pretty much complete. Apart from Jess's artwork, who was the local artist we were helping out. Went up on the right and there was the logo behind. People were complaining I wasn't in any shots, so by like the last day I had to get in a few shots, but I was always the person taking the photo. So yes, PJ, bless him. Oh,
Boba,
bless him, bless his little Chris.
JC.
Yeah, Chris was on form. Listen,
There he is.
Jason pretty much harassed everyone that was in WonderCon. He was giving out flyers. He was like, come in the booth. And he's like, look, he got every cosplayer that was there to take a photo. He was a real big asset. And this is the final day. I had to get in a photo. They were like, you haven't been in one photo this entire weekend. I'm like, well, I'm always the one taking the photo, or I'm always talking to people or something. So me and Ian got in a photo. This is a really nice chat. If you don't notice that I'm on my tiptoes, though, because Ian's literally he's like a muscly guy, and I'm like trying to get up over him like that, and I'm like that, like trying to pull myself up, so I look like I'm stretched. This is the booth when it was a bit quiet. I think this was the start of the Saturday, like first 30 minutes, and then we started to get busier and busier, and like people coming in. Just they love the statues. They were really impressed by the sideshow statues that were on display and the hot toys. Yeah, we started to get lines. Like, this is a line, and you can't see that this line actually goes out by another 5 people. Like, it was crazy. Like, we started to get lines, and we had to stop people. In the first day, when we started to get lines, I had to get everyone out of the booth. I was like, right, everyone out. Get one person in the booth, talk about stuff, whoever's the best at talk about, get everyone out to the outsides and talk to the people in the lines, because we just couldn't get people in. Like, we just couldn't get people into the actual booth. Like, people, you can see, like, how many people are queuing here just to go around and see the statues and come back out. So we had to get everyone out of the booth, it was pretty cool. Do you know what? To see people that interested in not just us, but and this is the shot of the weekend for me. This was the shot of the weekend for me. Do you know what? People have said Susan, oh well, she's not really into this stuff and that. Do you know what? She's a geek. She's a nerd and a geek like us, and she was so nice. She came down on the Friday, which we weren't expecting, and then she came down on the Saturday as well. She came down with her boyfriend Cody, and Katie came down, who's the other girl in the picture. She works at Sideshow. Dennis from Sideshow came down. Andy from Sideshow came down. It was, and they didn't just come in and go, oh hi, thanks for doing this, blah blah blah. No, like on the Friday, Susan and Kate were there for like 40 minutes. On the Saturday, she's there for like an hour. Like literally chatting, talking about collectibles, talking about Sideshow, talking about the booth, talking about just random stuff, like having a bit of banter. She was having banter with the CV guys and stuff. She was really cool, and I was really impressed by the fact how much effort they all went into. And like they were even when we were walking out on the Saturday, we just finished and everything. She was still in the lobby, and she was like, "Oh hi guys, and how you going? Oh have a nice evening and stuff." And she was really nice, and she'll always have my admiration for that. She was really good to us and good to everybody that was there. So I really appreciate that, Susan, if you see this. So yeah, I mean, this for you was this the shot that made you think I wish I was there?
Yeah, I mean, even before this, you know, when I saw you guys had the first nice chat and everything, I was like, dang, I really wish I could have made it. You know what I mean? But then the actual physical pain that the Dark Lord felt when he saw this was like, could you imagine being in the booth, you turn around and Susan walks around the corner, you're like, holy shit, that's Susan, you know what I mean? So, but that's great, man. I love it. You know, it's just everybody looks happy. And when the other thing I thought about when I saw this is how far the CV Collectiverse has come.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and not even a year. When you see something like this, it's like just makes you feel good that all the hard work and everything just is worth it. You know what I mean? So yeah, this was great.
PJ's joined the chat. I think his wife's given him 10 minutes off from duty, so he's joined the chat now. So PJ,
greeting Mr. Fett.
By the way, PJ was my bunk buddy for the week, and God, that man can snore. I am not even kidding. Jesus, the final night he snored that loud, I had to go and bunk with Chris. It was that loud. I couldn't. I was like, it was one of those. I was like,
told you, man, the Mandalorians, you gotta watch out.
I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, literally, I'm in California and I wake up, I think there's an earthquake, and it's not. It's him snoring. So the funny thing about this photo, the guy in the background with the Polo Coast chicken or whatever it is thing on, look how terrified he looks. He got trapped, and he looks like he's photobombing, but he's not. We said, oh, it's our photo, yes. As soon as they all got in, he's like, how do I get out? I can't get out. Okay, cheese. It's like,
he didn't want to be on camera, that's all that is.
Oh god, he looks so funny. Oh, and Ian just looks like he's been out all night as well, like his eyes are closed, like, yeah man, this is awesome. Like, so yeah, it was a great day. Great to meet Susan, like I said, and Kitty and Andy and Dennis and everybody. They were great people.
Yeah, me and Rodney were wondering if that was Kitty.
Yeah, it is. That's Kitty. Yeah, she came. I was trying to I was like, who have you come as? She was carrying a plant, and I'm like, she told me, and I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. And the second day, she came on the Saturday as a different costume. She came as Jessica Jones, and she had like bruises on her face and stuff.
Nice.
And I was like, it looks like you've been beaten up, seriously. I said we should play a joke on the hotel guest. We go to the Hilton and like go from the top floor down to the bottom. And as I get out, and if there's somebody there, go, she's pissed me off the last time, and walk out. Just like, because she comes out beaten behind me, like just wind people up. I was like, that'd be funny. And she was like, let's not do that. So we had a Green Ranger turn up. That's Jess in the background, by the way. She was a local artist that came and helped down and stuff. She was really good for the event. Yeah, there's some more pictures of people. This is the hotel we stayed at for. We were living pretty poor. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty rough for the week. This was the Sheraton where we stayed at a couple of nights. That was the view and the summer air that we were breathing. We had lots of.
I like this.
Yeah, we had lots of cosplayers come down to pose next to the statues. Kylo Ren was down there.
Yeah. I saw a couple of Rays.
I saw a Kylo Ren with his top off. That was pretty funny. We had loads of cute Rays. That was like.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what? This con kind of made me feel a bit better about Star Wars from a fan point of view. Because all I've seen is people.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
All I've seen is people pissed off with like, oh well, it doesn't resonate with me anymore and stuff like that. Gary Speed, but there were so many kids into Star Wars. I'm not even kidding. There were so many kids, like talking one upwards, like literally into Star Wars and loving it. And I was like, maybe there is something like I know that. Listen, I'm not gonna. I watched The Last Jedi recently again. I didn't like it as much as I did the first time.
You know, that's crazy because I liked it more than I liked it the first time.
I found it a bit boring in the middle, a bit more.
Right.
But there's so many kids that love it, especially Force Awakens. Like a lot of, I mean, this is.
All you kids out there watch Sith Awakens or the big bad Darth Lord gonna come get you.
Yeah. Now this is what the Stormtroopers do when they're on a night out.
Yeah, that's the Day of the Dead Stormtrooper.
Here's Adrian not enjoying his job. Apparently she's like a
There you go, Adrian. I see that left hand, bro.
Apparently she's like a famous cosplayer.
Really?
Yeah, I had to Photoshop that left hand. It's a bit higher up in the original photo. I just didn't want to get sued or something, so. This is Jason not enjoying
this is my favorite picture. When I saw this, I said, that's my boy Jason. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we do it in the States, Jason.
Yeah, yeah. Jason really that I had to make him smile. He didn't want to smile in this photo at all.
Oh man, how could you not smile, Jason? Come on.
Now this photo has a story behind it. On Saturday night, it was Jason's, I think it's 61st birthday. No, I'm kidding. It's 40. It was his 41st birthday. And everyone went home apart from me and the Australians, because obviously Americans can't keep up apparently. So we were like, we got a flyer, I think it was in the morning, saying there's a cosplay party at the House of Blues, which was what we were going to throw. We had the plan to do a cosplay party at the House of Blues. And we were like, whoa, that's insane. We were going to do that. So we were like, we've got to go. So we went to the House of Blues. And I expected this really swanky, nice joint. And it was alright, but it was still a dive. Like, it was nice, but like, you still don't eat off the floor. You know what I mean? It was. So we went in, and it was an all ages party. So you had to get a green band if you were above age, so you get served. And you had to get a yellow. We were like, they were like, do you want VIP access? And we're like, how much is it? Like $10 extra? Like, yeah, I'll have VIP access. There was no VIP about it. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few deck chairs.
I'm about to say, what do you get for VIP access?
Oh no, there was a few deck chairs up on an upper balcony where you could sit down. I was like, that is not VIP. Yeah,
when Gunderson hears VIP, that means some different situations.
Yes. Oh. Well, this is a kid-friendly show, so we'll not and basically, we went in and. I will say one thing about America. You love your hot barmaids. I'm not going to lie. Some of the hottest women I saw, they were barmaids for some reason. You seem to attract
That's them. How they keep people drinking.
Yeah. I had a theory as well, which I tried out and it worked. I always tip them really well the first time, so they always take care of you after that. Like, literally, I'd always come to me first and that and stuff, and they'd always be really nice to me after that.
Works every time.
Yep. So we went in, and this was the cosplay party, and this is after when we came out. It's the House of Blues behind. And we got the first drinks in, and it was fine. And then we sent Adrian to the bar, and he went, "Can I have the strongest beer you do?" And she was like, "Are you sure?" Yeah. So he got us 3 of these beers called Scorpions. And I think they actually put scorpions dipped in vodka or something in the barrels or something, or in the bottles, wherever it comes from. And it was literally like getting kicked in the face by a professional footballer, followed by a punch from Mike Tyson. Like. They were like, somebody dipped 4 bottles of vodka in a pint of beer. Like, I had a sip and went, I am not touching that because I will be laid out. I've seen Jason drink ridiculously. Like, he had 1 and he was gone. Like, he was gone after 1. And bless him, I gave my pint to him, and he gave him his pint to this American kid out in the smoking area. And this American kid went, yes, Sam, man, thanks. And he drank it, and he pretty much got carried out of the bar. He was pretty much dead. I'm not even kidding. I felt bad. Like, it was pretty much dead. I was like, did you kill him? Seriously? What the hell? Jason was gone though after 1, and Adrian was like, don't order them again, please. So, but this cosplay party, there was like there wasn't that many underages that I could tell. They all looked pretty much older age. And it was like a club scene. There was like a cosplay competition going on the stage. There was lights and stuff going on. And they had this cosplay competition where people were getting up, and there was like that's where the Psylocke one was, and there was this guy who was sort of announcing everything, and he was like, I don't know if you've ever seen Hall Pass. He was the guy the guy in Hall Pass with not Vince Vaughn, with Owen Wilson in, and there's this guy who works at his coffee shop. He's like a little mold guy, and he was like him, and. I remember, and this is so bad. I'm gonna tell it though. I remember I was talking to Jason. And I was like, God, he is so annoying. Like, he was so annoying. And I was like, yeah, he's probably never had a girlfriend in his life. And Jason went, mate, I bet he does it every night. And I was like, nah. And I was a bit tipsy by this point. And he goes, I'm going to get my fiancée on stage now. And he got her up, and I'm not going to lie, if she was anything, she was a 10. I'm not even kidding. And I wasn't really thinking. And I went the loudest I could go. What the like that. And everyone just stared, and I was like, no way. I was like, Jason just died. And I was like, oh my God, it was a great night. Honestly, it was a great. I think we're going back 2 or something. It was an awesome night. Jason was just laughing his ass off. It was such a fun night. So we didn't work all the time while we were there, but yeah. So it was good. It was a good time. Now, let's get into what we covered while we were there, which is, we'll talk about this while it's playing, but the Shao Kahn Throne, $1,500, it got announced while we were there. It wasn't announced on the Friday, it came out on the Saturday. What do you think, Thor, to this piece? I mean, I'll tell you right now, it is a ridiculous in person. I mean, they were putting it together on Friday still, so.
This is sick. As I was watching this, I was like, first I was like, this thing is huge. You know what I mean? But I mean, and I love the reference that he made. It looked like Omar, like the body wise. I was like, yeah. Omar looks as big as this dude. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is, if I were in the Mortal Kombat, this even 1/3 or not, this would definitely be a lockdown for me.
I mean, Jerry's anatomy is different to everyone else's, and he explained to me how he does it. I'm not going to reveal the tricks of the trade, but he explained to me how he gets the anatomy, how he does, and it's quite a unique process, and he's surprised that nobody else does do it. But yeah, this was an exclusive reveal for Collectiverse. We were really, really proud and pleased with this.
Look at the jawbone.
This wasn't planned pre-con. We got there, we spoke to him and everything. We announced. We didn't know we were going to be there. We said who we are. They heard of us and said, "Oh, we've got this. Would you like to do an exclusive reveal on your group and stuff?" We were like, "Yeah, that's cool." So we basically said we would do that. Then we had another look at the Green Ranger, which actually looks good
as well.
It looks nice in person. I just don't get the tart base. That base to me looks like one of those jam tarts without the jam in it. I don't know why. For some reason, it's like it just looks good. But it was
I wasn't big into Power Rangers, but I mean, this looks good. I don't know the significance of the base really, but I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks nice. It is nice. This is the Dragon Zord extra bit, and then this was one of my pieces of the con, which was the Dread, which is $800. This is the 1/3 scale. This looks from the Cursed Earth line, I think. This looks really nice.
Wasn't Jason pre-ordered this, didn't he?
Jason got this. Jason got it. Yeah. Con. He got 20% off for the con, so he was like, "I'm having this."
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he got this. This is really one of the nice pieces of the con. I'm not a big Judge Dredd fan, but I would have probably picked this up. It was really nice.
Yeah, me either. I mean, this is. I like the shoulder pads, and even though it wasn't there, you can even see all the pouches and all the detail on the boots and everything as you get close to it. Yeah, this is PJ on the camera, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you can tell his camera work, man.
No, this is me. I think this is me just with the iPhone X. So this is me. This is one of the displays. PJ took the early stuff. This is Street Fighter. Now this line really impressed me. I think this line was incredible when I've seen it in person. The Jury is really nice. The Kami is really nice. I think they're my two favourites of the ones that were on display. This is probably my favourite that was on display. Look, the colours on this, the colours of the entire scene is really nice. If I was collecting gaming statues, I'd probably pick these up.
Yeah, I thought about picking up some Juries just for Gunderson reasons, but
$445. How can you go wrong? Like seriously, how can you go wrong with $445? So that's the Chun-Li. It was a really nice line actually. I was really a lot more impressed. I mean, that's what $278. I think that's it. Yeah. That's crazy.
Are those 1/6 or that's
1/4?
Those are 1/4. They look kind of small.
Might be one.
Okay, now you back up. I see. Yeah. Okay.
This was the other Mortal Kombat pieces that they had on display. This was the Kotal Khan.
Did that ever come out? Because I don't know, people were waiting on that one.
I can't remember actually. I think
a lot of people. I mean, people ordered that like 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah, it was a nice piece actually. I don't know the Mortal Kombat lore from this game, so now we're coming around. We're coming around to the piece in a minute that was my piece of the show. The Shao Kahn throne's amazing, but this is ridiculous.
Raiden, yeah.
The Raiden, the fact that you can take the back of the base off to fit it in a Bester, and PCS did say that they're now actually having Besters at their place so they can test stuff and fit stuff in before, which is a really good idea. I don't know why people don't do it. But yeah, it's all fully sculpted. There's no mixed media on it. The Raiden, the base is incredible. This is $549. $549 for this, and it is huge. I'm not even kidding. It is huge. Like the lightning and everything. Like it's good.
And usually I'm not a fan of this, the kind of resin with
yeah.
But I mean, that's high on it. They do it on a lot of Thor pieces, but that I like how they did that.
And this is the
Quan Chi. Yeah.
Quan Chi. This was nice, but it's $308 for $82 again. You know what I mean? One thing I found out about PCS is their prices are ridiculous compared to other companies, like the actual pricing that they do.
That's nice too, though.
Yeah,
I like how they did that too. Yeah,
like for $382, it's craziness. I'm gonna swing it back around and mix.
You may think I'm on drugs. I kind of like that better than Raiden, like for just the actual piece. But I mean,
I think
when
you see the size of Raiden as well, it makes you think, wow, that's such a good sort of price.
Wow, that's nice.
I'm just gonna quickly show the Shao Kahn 1/4 as well. We missed it at the beginning. This is the 1/4. The only thing I like about this is the base. I think the base is a bit sort of hot toy. I think if you put a hot toy thing under there, it'd be like a big hot toy.
Yeah, some of their older ones, some of their older Street Fighter pieces base look like that. So
and we also didn't stay at PCS, although they were really big presence for statues there. We went to the DC Collectibles booth. They had quite a lot of smaller pieces on.
I like that
on display. This was the actually had, like, I think it was 3 sort of Detolf size cabinets, and they had a mixture of everything from Funko Pops to statues to little figures and stuff. So this is the PCS booth, not PCS booth, the DC Collectibles booth, sorry. And they had like these weird figures which were like they're the monotone ones and they had the color ones, but they were all exactly identical for some reason.
But the Wonder Woman looks kind of creepy.
Yeah,
what it is? That thing look kind of creepy.
This Batman, I'm not.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is the older Batman again. I don't know what line it's from. Jason Moore.
0 year, I think that is.
Yeah. It wasn't the best piece that they had, but it's really nice.
Yeah, that's 0 year, I believe.
Then we get up to, I think these are some Funko Pops and stuff. This is from Teen Titans Go, I think, the new film that's coming out.
Yeah, I didn't know they were making them. Is it going to be a cartoon or is it?
It's cartoon, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
These were like Lego DC figures for some reason. I don't know why they made Lego Aquaman. Oh, it looks like Bob Marley. Maybe got dreads or something. Teen Titans again. We've got the pop vinyl figures.
Yeah. Look at them sideburns, man.
By the way, PCS are working on doing cheaper shipping to Australia now as well, directly from China rather than going through the US. So that'll be good for people who are out there and stuff. Now this was the DC collectible of the show for me. The Flash versus running against Superman, the race. This was really nice. Jason's got to pick this up. I might even pick this up. This was like,
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, this was really nice. This was probably the DC collectible that was there. This was probably the big reveal. We had some weird sort of looks like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, that's Spy versus Spies, but that is
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, my barber would like that.
You and this barber, I got to meet her. We had the Joker and we had the Batman DC collectibles. That Joker's really nice actually, although people seem to be overdoing it with the ha-ha-has at the minute. I don't know if it's just because people are coming out with it at the same time. But that Batman, they're both up now on Sideshow, collectibles to purchase as well, those two. And then we had some figures down here, which were Deathstroke and stuff like that. DC Collectibles had a big presence. It was very DC at this con. There was not much Marvel. Oh, I think we had the only Marvel pieces there.
Oh, look at that Black Manta. I've always wanted a Black Manta piece. Always.
A statue form.
Let me say, Sideshow ever come out with a quarter scale Black Manta? That's sold day one for me.
And we weren't the only Sideshow in town. There was basically the scavenger people who did the scavenger hunt. There was 2 places you could go. One of them had the Caught of the Dead jewelry that you've seen on our group, and one of them had the Malavestros there, and they were signing up to win it, like we were giving a giveaway as well. So you could have won this. It's not a massive piece, but it's very impressive. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Rodney's been kind of kicking himself. He's starting to get into court, and he wants mostly the women, of course. But he's been kicking himself for not getting this one. Yeah,
so it's not a massive piece, but it's really nice. And that was all the statues that were there, basically. I thought it was from a perspective of coming from someone who wasn't at WonderCon. How do you think it went for us, but also in general for statues and collecting?
Man, it was awesome. I mean, the booth looked great. The coverage was great. You got exclusive interviews, exclusive reveal. Choice Fine Arts booth you went to, and
Choice had some great stuff there.
Yeah, I mean it was great. From outside looking in, I didn't feel like I missed too much of anything except for the hanging out part, of course. But as far as the con, the coverage was fantastic. I'm not just saying because I'm a CV, but it was great.
I thought the guys did really well, and to be fair, sometimes I thought they posted too much. I was like, stop posting stuff. People are going to be annoyed. Like we're just posting so much. Like the guy, like Ian went. I will give Ian this. That man, oh my, we call it an Ian idea. I'm gonna go film. I'm gonna go film a cake stand, and I'm gonna do an interview on cakes. And I was like, run that by me.
Yeah, I saw that, and I didn't know that until after it was over that those were the cakes.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do an interview on cakes. I'm like, run that by me again. Just. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do an interview on cakes, and the first thing he comes out with, so, tell me why cakes are delicious. And now I'm watching. Listen, at the actual time, I'm on the live Facebook video trolling him from like next to him, going, he just randomly going, "Come on, Ian, get it done. It's a piece of cake and stuff." And he's like doing this interview on cakes, and he's trying to be quite funny, and these girls are taking it so seriously. Like, and he's like coming out with stuff like, I'm just like, oh my god. Those guys all played the part. They all put some effort in. So I've got not a bad thing to say. Although apart from Adrian giving me a salt shaker as a present on the second day, that was a bit of
no, he didn't.
He did. He when they were drunk, they stole an IHOP salt shaker and gave it to me as a present. I was like, you're a knob. So yeah. Apart from I was a bit of a tyrant on the Friday. So if anyone has any bills for like therapy or anything, just shoot them my way. I'll pay them. Tried to make sure everybody were fed all weekend. We were buying monster burgers like they're coming out my ear. So everyone put in a good shift. It was very tiring. I literally, like, my legs were gone on the flight home. I could barely walk. I was walking like Forrest Gump in those leg braces when he was a kid, because I could barely walk. Like Jason's throat on like I think it was the Sunday, he could not talk. It was harder work than I thought it was going to be. But hopefully next year we'll have more hands there, more people out. We're gonna have to let the Sheraton know to be careful, because it's gonna be a CV invasion of like 25 people or something. So we're gonna have to.
Did they have any Hyatts down there or no?
Yeah, they do. It wasn't that far.
Okay.
Wasn't that
That's
far
good,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, they have Hyatt. Yeah, it wasn't that far away as well. It was like across the road or something. So.
Okay.
All right, moving on from WonderCon. I'm going to wrap it on WonderCon now. I don't think you'll see much else from us. Thank you for everyone that basically watched the footage, that got involved, that commented, everyone that attended the booth. Thanks to everyone that helped out with the booth and the cons. Thanks to Sideshow, thanks to Susan, Dennis, Andy, Kitty, and everyone that came down. Thanks to the management team at Sideshow as well for helping us out. Thanks to PCS, to Mark, to Jerry, to Ant, to everybody that helped us out with the interviews and making sure we had good coverage for the weekend. Aurora again, hope you get well soon, honey. And Choice Fine Arts, Perry and Charles and Ari, thanks for your hospitality, and next time, Charles, the beers are on you. Just gonna say that. So I can't really remember all those names. I'm quite proud. Right, so we're moving on to best statue lines or companies if you're on a budget. This is a topic that came from someone in the community, on the group, who said, I'm getting into statue collecting. What can I go to basically, I don't want to spend a lot of money, I'm just getting out. What sort of the best companies, the best lines to get into? So we're going to start out with Iron Studios. We're going to look at a few of their pieces, then we're going to talk about the pros and cons for the studio. So basically we've got the Thanos we've just seen. This is another one I picked up, which is a Thor. And all their pieces are between $75, $150 they're all polystone. They're the 1/10th line. This is the Hela, which has got one of the best Hela representations that there is. This is the Black Panther, the Killmonger. This is the Loki again from Thor Ragnarok. This is the Valkyrie, the Thor from Thor Ragnarok. This is from the diorama that you put together, which is the Venom. We've got the Gwen Stacy and the Spider-Man. And then we've got some DC coming for you. This is the
I like this one.
The Dark Knight. Is this a Dark Knight? It isn't it?
Yeah, it's Dark Knight Returns, yeah.
And the Penguin. And then they do some gaming pieces as well, which is this from Assassin's Creed. And for Iron Studios, we've talked about them a bit. What are the pros of going with Iron Studios? Now, I'd say because they're polystone, because they are quite detailed and they are quite cheap. I think if you're starting out, if you want to collect actual statues, which are like stone and stuff like that, this is a really good place to start, right?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, you get a great quality detail. I mean, especially for 1/10 scale, is great. You know what I mean? And space wise, you're not going to be hurting. So you'd be able. You don't have to move into the high level display cases just yet. You know, if you just got bookcases or something like that, and you're not ready to go out and spend all this money for display options, Iron Studio is a great way to go. Now, I mean, yeah.
I mean, people are saying Koto is the place to start. Now, I'm going to show some Koto Bookie stuff in a minute. But some Orion Studio stuff's actually cheaper than Koto. Like if you look, which is crazy when they think that they're polystone. So I don't know how they're doing it, but they seem to be. I spoke to someone, I can't remember who it was at the con. I said they're kind of cornering the market. We've got this new things are getting dearer, things are getting more expensive, people are getting priced out sort of mentality, and then they come along with a smaller statue which is really detailed for a really cheap price, and people are like, wow, you know what I mean? People are running out of space as well. You got to think as well. So maybe they're being quite smart.
Yeah, that's again, the space it becomes a problem after a while. So if you go with stuff like this, me, you know, I like everything kind of uniform size wise. You know what I mean? But if you don't mind,
that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
I mean, but if you don't mind having you know, different size pieces, these, like I said, being as detailed as they are for the size that they are, is a great addition, you know what I mean? And paint job looks great, everything.
Shout out Joseph in the chat. Joseph was the one who put this question forward in the actual group, so thanks for that, mate. We're hoping we're giving you some tips right now. Moving on, we've got Kotobukiya. Now, these pieces can range from $70 to $300. Our limit has been for these pictures is $300 maximum for a statue, so you're talking just below your PCS and a bit below your sideshow and quite below your Prime 1. Now this is a really nice piece, but this comes down around $300, so it's a bit more expensive. So this is the Punisher. Was Rodney thinking about picking this up, or?
He was, I believe. He was. I think he ultimately decided against it. Do again to, you know, because this is this 1/6 or is this 1/10?
I think it's 1/6.
1/6, yeah.
It might be one.
I think that's what it was. Due to it was 1/6. Now, me personally, I started out with Kotobukiya, you know, because of Star Wars, obviously. So, Kotobukiya is definitely a great place to start. I had a couple Iron Man pieces, and they were great, you know. And it's a starting. I will say that it's a starting point, because once you get a hold of like say Bowen is the next step of evolution, you know what I mean, on your journey into Statue Nirvana. But Kotobukiya, like, this vision looks great too. I've always wanted to see this in person.
For Joseph, the thing with Bowen is you have to pick them all up second hand now. There's no sort of brand new Bowens floating about. You have to go onto eBay or wherever, or the groups, and pick them up second hand. Yeah, Bowen's a really good place as well. But like I said, you do have to get. There's no sort of websites now that will sell you Bowens anyway. I don't think so. This one I've just been showing is a really nice one. This is the Vision. This is really, really nice. Same as the Punisher. I think this might be 1/4. I don't know. I'm sure it might be 1/6.
Yeah, I think it's 1/6. I don't think they make 1/4.
Yeah.
It's 1/6.
This is the Black Panther. I quite like this Black Panther, actually. I really do quite like this Kotobukiya Black Panther. This looks more like the Black Panther from Civil War, though, if I'm correct. I don't know. I don't know why. I prefer the Civil War costume, so I think this actually might be from the movie because it's got the Wakandan stuff in the background. So you've got Batwoman and Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. You've got Jane Foster 4, Lady 4, Venom.
Venom looks great.
I think we gave one of these away in the collector awards. Captain Marvel, sorry.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
And
there you go.
It is Thor with his guards.
Yeah, I need this in 1/4 scale. Somebody, please. I mean, please.
So yeah, I mean, Kotobukiya is a really good place to start.
And that's exactly. Remember, I kept saying with the cane and, you know, him with the finger out or something. That's exactly what I need.
Apparently, somebody called Kelly Barrett is watching. I don't know who that is. So she sounds like a cool girl. I'll have to get to know her in future. I'm gonna pay for that later. I'm not even kidding. So this, Kotobukiya. First we had Iron Studios and Kotobukiya. These pieces Kotobukiya can range between $70 and $324, So it depends obviously on the detail, on the size, on the sculptor, on the material. So if you want to look into that, make sure you go to their website. And then we're moving on to DC Collectibles. We've just talked about. They're now available through Sideshow. So you've got your payment plan options. You've got your probably a bit more of a better shipping. You got easier of access to get them. You get points for it as well for obviously buying pieces. This is the Trinity. This is one of the most expensive pieces they do. This is around $300 and something. And then you have this one, which I quite like. This the back.
Is it Batgirl?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a Mad Max motorbike.
Yeah, I've seen a Harley one like this and a Catwoman one like this. And they do kind of like these DC bombshell type of thing.
Jason saying run in and slap him, Kelly. Let's see that happen. What you doing now just for ratings? Like, this is the Robin that we saw in the
I like that one, yeah.
in the video.
Teen Titans.
Although he's a bit revealing. Come on, Robin. Jesus, put some pants on, man. What are you doing?
Well, that's how they look back when the Teen Titans first came out. That's how Robin used to look. Yeah.
Well, make sure you go to the gym. This is the Joker again, the ha piece that we just saw.
Yeah, I like this. They actually sell the cane. The cane he has, they sell the life size.
Oh, Mr. Carosa's in the house. How you doing, mate?
Oh, what's up, Charles?
Happy Easter, mate. Hope you got your kid lots of chocolate. I hope he's running around crazy now, winding you up. So Charles is determined for me to buy a piece. Like I said earlier, he's not going to rest until I get the card out and buy a piece. So this is another DC Collectibles piece. This is the Batman that was with it at the actual show as well. These can range around the same as quarter buck here. It depends on what you're actually buying. But again, the statues, and they're a good place to start, especially if you're a DC fan. This is another older DC piece. This is also available on Sideshow Collectibles. This is more of your Golden Age Batman. Yeah. And then we've got Supergirl, which is a bit of a different Supergirl than we used to. She's got leggings on and tattoos, it looks like. So it's quite a nice piece, to be fair, if you're looking. It's the one.
Which is funny, because I don't think tattoos actually stick to her body. And
this is the Killing Joke Joker, which is a really nice DC Collectibles piece, actually. So this is another option. If you're into DC, you can pick up these. The Wonder Woman, and it's on Sideshow Collectibles. They're all available on Sideshow Collectibles at the minute. And then Sapphire, is it Sapphire? I think that's
Sapphire.
Yeah. She was actually at WonderCon as well, and she comes part of you can make her as part of a diorama with the
Teen Titans.
Yeah. And finally getting to one of our favourite companies, guys we're really close to. I can't wait to see them in a couple of months. But the First for Figures. Now they do the more expensive stuff as well. We're talking the Metal Gear Solids and stuff, which are up around sort of Sideshow area. But they do have some cheaper pieces as well, which this Link, the PVC statue stuff. They have the Mario. These are all under $300. If you're into gaming, I think they're the place to go really for your cheaper pieces, but you get the quality back with it as well. This is the Mega Man. You've got Fighter Kirby, which is a really nice piece actually. I think that's really good. You've got the Shovel Knight. Then you've got Fighter Kirby again, different version. You've got Shadow the Hedgehog, which is obviously a character from Sonic. You've got Tails. These are all pieces that are under $300. I don't know if they're available still anymore, but this is the sort of stuff that you can get from First Figures if you're wanting something a bit cheaper and to get started in your gaming collection. This Mega Man's probably my favourite, the running Mega Man. With I really like this piece. I think that Mega Man's a game from when I was a kid, so I would probably pick this up if I wanted to get it. So we've got, to cap it off, we've got Iron Studios, we've got Kotobuck here, DC Collectibles, and First for Figures. Go check any of them out if you want to get into statue collecting. Iron Studios 1/10 line's about to blow up. They're about to do the Avengers Infinity War line. So if you're into Marvel and you want to start collecting, you want to get some pieces in, but you don't want to break the budget, you want to see if you actually love this hobby as much to keep collecting bigger pieces, make a diorama out of them. It'd be incredible. The DC Collectibles, they're always bringing stuff out every year. The First for Figures are always doing New Temptation Thursdays, if you don't know what that is. On their channel, they ask people, would you collect this thing if we did something about it? So they're always branching out into new areas. And then you've got Kotobuck here, who were really great with us at the Golden Collector Awards, and they were really supportive, one of our sponsors. And they have always bringing out new pieces across all the lines, DC, Marvel, Star Wars. I mean, when you got collecting, you said you started collecting Kotobuck here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you graduate to after that?
Bowen. It started out Kotobukiya. I had the Iron Man from the first Avengers movie, where he was kind of like the ground, he was kind of stuck in the ground. I think it was Mark 7, I think it was. And then after that, I got obviously I had Star Wars pieces. I had Han and Chewie and stuff like that. Then my wife got me Spinning Hammer Thor from Bowen, and that was it.
Man.
Then it started to take off from there. Then the next one I had to have was Mythos Vader, and when I got a hold of that, then you move straight from marijuana straight out to Cuban snow. Is what you know what I mean. So you can't go back after that, man.
I'll tell you one thing about LA. The only place you can get a loyalty card for a weed shop, which is the most the baffling thing I've ever seen. Do you want to get like literally people with stamped cards? And I'm like, is this like coffee over here or something? Like, it's crazy.
It might have it in Colorado maybe too, because it's legal there too.
It's absolutely crazy. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this would
never Welcome to America, my friend.
But you too, like coming to
America. Good morning, my neighbors.
Good morning, my neighbors.
Yeah, man, it's legal here too, but you gotta keep it in the house. You know, you can't go out like this on the street with it. You know, so.
Oh, it was like dry ice over there. You're walking around the streets with your feet covered in smoke. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So, it's a crazy place. I can't wait. I'm hopefully going to be back out there in 2 months. I can't wait to go back out there and see everyone again. So, final topic we're moving on to, and we're going to talk about how many statues and figures will we see released from Avengers Infinity War. We're less than a month away. Less than a month from probably the biggest Avengers film yet. If they pull this off, we're talking may get up to Force Awakens numbers. It may, if they pull it off. It's a lot of characters to juggle. Now, trailer's been out. It's playing at the minute. We've had the trailer. We've had quite a lot of sneak peeks. The first fan screenings have happened. I've not seen any spoilers yet, thank God. Which usually when you get early screenings and stuff, somebody leaks something. But we're already sort of seeing the start of the Avengers Infinity War revolution within collectibles. We'll show a few pieces in a minute. How big is this going to be? Is this going to be the most collectibles ever released for one movie?
Oh, ain't no question. It's no question about it. Statues, I'm not sure, but I think figure-wise, you're going to see the whole lineup. That ain't no question. You know, Hot Toys, you're going to see them all. All the Guardians, all the Avengers, all the villains, you're going to see everybody. I'm willing to bet my Star Wars card on that. That all Hot Toys, you're going to see statues. I was thinking about this at work today. Will they release another Thanos? You know what I mean? Because, you know, they just had the one on the throne just came out. And I think if they were to release some statues, he'd definitely be the one. They're already making an Iron Man.
He will sell. He'll sell. If they make it, he'll sell.
Yeah, it'll sell. Yeah, exactly. Captain America, I'm not sure because they got the Daniel Bell one coming out. So,
but it's
statue-wise, I'm not
it's
sure.
a very different cap. It's Nomad cap with the beard and the thing. So it's a very different cap. So they could get away with it. I think they need to make a Thor. We haven't had a really good Chris Hemsworth Thor for me yet. We've had a few, but they haven't been like spot on. And I think with the eye patch now and the short hair, it'd be a bit easier to get, a bit easier a concept to do. The Black Order, I think we need to get. I don't know if they're gonna do one of the They won't do one of the henchmen from Thanos' army. I don't know what they're called. Some Dark Riders or something like that. Or
I wouldn't. If they're gonna make a statue, definitely I think a Black Panther, especially with the popularity of the Black Panther movie. If they were to make a statue, I think that probably fit the bill.
I think we know that Iron Man's going to get made because of the Bleeding Edge armor. I think that the Bleeding Edge armor is going to get done. Iron Spider, I think, is a lock. I think Iron Spider will be a lock. That will get made. We're guaranteed probably to see an Iron Spider. We haven't seen one since the original one that they did with the. I think Alex has got it with the red suit. Yeah.
I've seen that. A friend of mine at work has that. I've seen that.
So I think Iron Spider we're going to get. I think a Thanos will get. I do like the new War Machine suit. I don't know if it's because now he has to use it to walk and stuff, but that looks really nice. But it depends on how the old War Machine did. But this is not just Sideshow we're talking about. Iron Studios are probably going to get the toes wet in it as well. We'll see some One Force from them. Obviously, Hot Toys are going to go to town. I mean, Hot Toys.
Yeah, no question.
Hot Toys are putting probably all their Christmas party on this line.
Yeah.
So they're going to go to town on it. They already started. We're going to show some pieces in a minute. Is there I would love Prime 1 to pick something up. I think Prime 1 1/3 Thanos would be insane. It's whether they want to pick the license up. Prime 1 seems to be very much DC based. Now they have teased some Marvel stuff. We've had a Daredevil teased. We've had a Captain America teased. But I would love them to pick up some more movie stuff. Like I think some if Prime One did 1/3 Marvel pieces, like they would sell ridiculously. I think we need a Doctor Strange. I hope that
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah,
I hope
agreed.
Sideshow do a Doctor Strange. I think a Star Lord is needed. I can't see Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
I can't see Chris Pratt being one of those people that's like, you're not using my likeness.
right.
I think that someone just needs to make it.
We
So
haven't seen a Drax at all.
no, we haven't seen a really good movie version of Winter Soldier, and in this film he's going to have the vibranium arm as well. So that'll be interesting. That'll be a bit different. We've got the new Hulkbuster. I do think for Hot Toys have announced they're doing the second Hulkbuster. The first one sold quite well, so I'm guessing that'll be coming. We'll take a quick look at the pieces that have already been announced. This was the mammoth that got announced so far, which is the Gauntlet by Hot Toys, nonetheless, which is the life-size Gauntlet. And if I had the money, I would probably pick this up. This is really nice. It's, like I say, it's life size. The detail's really great. I do really like this concept of the Gauntlet compared to the comics. For some reason, I don't know why it is. They had to change it up a bit, I suppose, for the movies, make it look a bit more lived in.
Yeah, it needed a little updating, because that was almost 25 years ago. Almost Infinity War came out in the comics, but I'm if this was coming out anytime soon, you could definitely see everybody wearing this to the movie.
Yeah, well, you can't wear this. You can wear the.
Oh, you can't. Oh, I thought you
wear. I think you can wear the Hasbro one. That's like the plastic one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, they'll be wearing those to the theater.
I think PJ's got that as well, so he'll be wearing that. I think So this is $1,000 though.
Whoa!
It's $1,000, but it's huge. It is huge. It's $1,000, and it's. I don't think it's plastic as well, so it's a lot of money. But it is a nice piece if you're really into Thanos. We actually, at the con, by the way, we met the voice of the Thanos in the cartoons, in the animated show. He was there.
Really?
Yeah, he's huge. He also was in Pirates of the Caribbean as well. He would play one of the pirates. And we met him at the con. He was a really nice guy. But yeah, he's one of those.
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in quite a few of them. I think he was in a few of the Pirates ones. He was one of the main pirates of Barbossa's crew and that.
Huh.
Then we've had a Thanos Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure teased. This is all we've seen of it so far.
Not surprised.
This will probably sell really well.
Definitely.
Jeff and Jesse are saying it's polystone, apparently, that Gauntlet, the $1,000.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which means shipping will be about $1,000 as well to the UK. Right. We've had obviously the Thanos 110 from Iron Studios, which again, there were shots of that. We've had Rocket, the 6 scale figure from Infinity War. That he comes with the Groot, which is the teenage Groot, which is quite interesting. So does that mean that when we get to Guardians 3, after this, Groot will be back to full self? Although this is not the original Groot, this is actually apparently a seedling of Groot that we found out from James Gunn, the director. He said that it's not actually the original Groot that's regrown, it's a new Groot. So he doesn't have like Groot's old memories and stuff like that. So, And then we had Thor, who's holding is it Stormbreaker?
Yeah, it looks like the Ultimate from the Ultimate Universe, the hammer.
And in the trailer we see him sort of pulling 2 levers, and I feel like maybe that's him trying to create it, because obviously it's magic. It's not a normal hammer. It's not a normal thing that's been made in like a dying star or something. So how the original was made probably. So this is him with the eye patch. These look pretty cool. It's like the lightning sort of bolts and stuff. Yeah. You do get some lightning bolts as well that can attach to it, so it looks like it's like
really
clear lightning. Yeah. We've had the bleeding edge armor, which is Iron Man, which you can basically adapt his armor using nanotechnology to however shape he wants and whatever weapons. So we've had him as the 1/6. Great Tony Stark portrait, although he's looking a bit old in the face now. So then we've had the Captain America teased, which has got the new arm shields, which are vibranium, which obviously are from Wakanda. So it'll be interesting to see how he uses those compared to his original shield. I think it's to make him look a bit more different, like as a nomad Cap to the original Cap. And it's a bit of a moment in it when he gets his shield back and stuff, I suppose, in a future film or in episode 4 of this or something. And then we've had the Cos Babies from Hot Toys, which obviously these are for the smaller collectibles for people. We've obviously had a ton of Funko Pops already released. I'm not going to go through all them because there's too many to go through. This is another Hot Toys line that people like. So yes, there's been quite a lot of stuff that has been released so far, but we've not seen a lot of the Avengers. We've not seen any Spider-Man. We've not seen a full reveal of Thanos for the Hot Toys. We've not seen any statues. Now, I don't feel like this is going to go the way of Hot Toys of The Last Jedi. I think this will be a film that's took in quite well by the audience. I think people will go back to see it more than once. It will probably break 2 billion. So you can see statue companies getting behind it, collectibles companies getting behind it. It's going to probably get a bit sick of Infinity War stuff by the end. There'll be a lot of people a bit skinned to. Out of the entire characters four, you had to pick one person, apart from Thanos, we'll leave Thanos out of this for now, one person who you want to see a statue of, on both sides, so you've got the good guys and the bad guys. Pick one person off each.
Statue-wise or not figure? The Winter Soldier is my guy. I'd love to see Winter Soldier statue come out, because like you said, we haven't seen a good... I mean, they did have one, but I wasn't too crazy about it. But I definitely like to see a Winter Soldier. Bad guy wise, let me see. It's not Thanos. There's one guy in the Black Order. I do not know his name. He has like this staff and everything. He was in Infinity.
Is it Corvus Clay or something, or Corvus?
Something like that. Yeah. I'd like to see a statue of him, because he looks cold. I like him. So
I want to see Proxima Midnight, who's the female one of his crew. She looks pretty cool. And I want to see a Star-Lord statue. I think we're due. We are due. What has been 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Like I said, I think Chris Pratt's pretty cool. He's pretty open about his likeness being used. So get a Star-Lord statue done. I want a Star-Lord. Pretty cool. If I had to pick another Avenger, obviously Iron Spider would be up there, because I don't think we're going to see Iron Spider again after these 2 films. I think it'll be a very long time we see Iron Spider again after these 2 films. He'll probably go back to the original one in the next Spider-Man film. And then obviously in Avengers 4 next year he'll be in this again, because he kind of needs this, really, doesn't he, to sort of take the fire off Thanos and all these Dark Riders or whatever they are. You can't put Spider-Man in a leotard, really.
Right.
Yeah. So I think those are the ones. Obviously Thanos is the one that everyone wants to see. I'd like to see a Nomad Cap, but after seeing the last couple of Captain America attempts, apart from Iron Studios, the Iron Studios Captain America of Age of Ultron was really nice. It's the one where he's like posing in the snow like that, and he's like, that was really nice. So I think those are the ones that I think I'd like to see. I think we are going to see the most collectibles ever done for a film. I think that will probably be the record will be broke for that. I don't know what film is currently holding the record, but I think we probably are going to see it. So WonderCon's over. No more talking about WonderCon after this. I'm going to have to get back to normal life and changing nappies and stuff like that. And it's like... But I'm back out there in 2 months, clocking up the air miles. So by the time I get to WonderCon next year, I'll probably be able to go for free. Probably. Matter of air miles I'm clocking up, I probably will be. So I'm back. And
in October, the Big Apple.
New York Comic Con, baby. So New York Comic Con, I'll be there. Thor will be there. Rodney's going, right?
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
Stephen Horton, my DC's going to be there. He's coming out with us. PJ's obviously going to be there because he lives on the doorstep. Hopefully
Charles
Carosa will be there, trying to get me to buy art again. And then Charles is bringing the stogies, by the way, just letting you know. Charles and Perry will bring the stogies. Who else? Ian hopefully will be there. I'm hoping he can make it there. He's got work commitments and stuff to deal with. I'm hoping Chris can make it. I'm hoping we've got full house. I don't know. Thor, you've booked the hotel rooms. Do you know who's coming?
It was just me and Rodney. If Chris comes, Chris said it's doable when I talked to him. So if not, he can stay in the room with us. You, PJ, you said Stephen Horton's coming.
Yeah. Thor just booked.
We got 2 rooms.
Thor just booked the pimp suite and went, yeah, let's just do it. Let's get everybody in.
That's a nice hotel too. I've been there back in 2010. It was really nice.
But yeah, so we'll be there. We're trying to get to other places. I'm gonna London again probably. We're trying to see what we're gonna do with that and everything, because that's around July, and there's other things going on in July that we might be going to. So we'll see. There's some other stuff coming up. We got loads of new shows coming up. We did plan to get loads of new shows going already, but my landlord for this house wants to sell the house. He don't want to renew his contract, so I've got to move at the end of this month now. So I've got loads of lumber and stuff sat around to build our new set and everything, and can't do anything with it. I've got to move it all now, which is funny enough. So until I move, there's not going to be many new shows, but once I move, I'll get straight on everything and get that stuff done. And we've got quite a lot of new things coming up. I did get a bit of a call from Zurich the other day, said that he wants to get his show going as soon as possible. So yeah, don't be careful, he might be behind you. So Zurich wants to get his show going, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss that, honestly.
I heard something.
Sif Happens will be back next week.
Yes, sir.
Sif Happens will be back. We're going to be hopefully getting a few more people on. We've got a new person on next week coming in. I'm going to try and make a few shows as well, because I'm fed up with just watching. I want to actually participate, and I love Star Wars, so get into that stuff, and I want to be able to argue with these guys a bit, wind them up over stuff, tell them that like Last Jedi is a masterpiece and stuff like that. So
that's Gary we got to bring on for you.
Oh, don't get Gary on about Last Jedi. God, we'll be here forever.
We're gonna try, if y'all moved in and everything, we're gonna try and have a Star Wars May the 4th special show. It's on Friday this year. So,
well, I am trying at the minute to get tickets to the premiere for Solo. I am currently in this negotiations, so hopefully we might be coming live from the red carpet of Solo. That would be interesting. So let's see where that comes from. That'll be an interesting evening for Mr. Gunderson if I can get somebody on camera.
Yes, sir.
So get Thor to interview someone on camera. That'll be pretty interesting. So Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a great show. Thanks to Charles, to Jesse, to Jeff, to Scott, to Sean, to Gabriel, to Jason Bond, to Joe, to Ian, to everyone that was in tonight. I'm sorry if I missed your names. I've just gone through everybody, trying to get through all the chats. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. CV show will be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll have a full cart then. If we don't, then you may not see him ever again. Anybody that hopefully they've recovered from all the chocolate they're eating today. Easter's not a big thing over here. It's not. It's like you go and buy some eggs and stuff and you have a day off. That's about it. It's not a big thing at UK. So I was like, Easter? Really? Okay.
Yeah, everybody here goes to church and then they have a big dinner and then, hang out with family. It's kind of like Thanksgiving, but with church service,
Yeah, you Americans. Why do I miss you so much? I don't know.
Me, all I do is watch the 10 Commandments and I'm good. Yul Brynner, so let it be written, so let it be done. And I'm good and done.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Make sure you check Sif Happens out. We've got all those. If you want to watch those videos again from the Comic-Con, they're all on our channel. If you go on the website, you'll have all the Odd Couple statue reviews. You've got the actual full interview with Jerry, the reveal of the Shao Kahn throne with Jason. Did an amazing job. So go check that out, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for.
All righty.
Cheers. Bye.
Peace.